Okay, let's take a look at trans investigation. What's going on with uh, the next level of deception? This level of deception has been going on for a long time before we were born. Um, it's been going on for a very, very long time. Uh, Most of the females that we see on TV are not, the vast majority of them are not real females. Uh, you need an epiphany for this to become real for you, not merely a consideration, because this is actually happening on a huge scale. In front of the screen is Sandra Bullock. Sandra Bullock is a man, was born a man. You don't, there's nothing. Take a look for yourself. There are so many signs. Now, it's one thing for a woman to have attributes of a man, but when a woman has all the attributes of a man, it should at least raise your suspicions. Especially that huge Adam apple looking at us right now. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so oh man, what a disappointment. There are layers, levels at which this information hits you. We have such emotional attachments to these superstars. We have been lied to. And so I can understand why some people get upset when you point out the truth that these are not, people are not who they seem to be. But we have to just keep going and telling people the truth, because if they really have nothing to hide, why would they be lying to us? Why would they pretending? Why would they be pretending to be a man, to be a woman? Just come out openly and say you're gay. Okay, but those in control, the elite, understand that people's belief systems cannot be changed easily, readily. So therefore, they use deception to create chaos in the entire universe. It's not just about this planet. Whatever's happening here is happening to some extent in other realms. Some realms have mastered and know how to see through deception much better than we do. But in this deception, we are not very good at it. Let's take a look at Sandra Bullock, a man. You can see the Adam's apple. You could also see the huge separation on her chest here between the two breasts, and that's a huge indication of that she is really a man. The purpose of the transgender agenda, to me, is very clear based on my experiences beyond the physical. The Baphomet, or the snake, the dragon, the super dragon, I've seen the super dragon in non-physical state. That what they're doing is secretly imitating source consciousness. Source consciousness is what a lot of people call God. God is a word that has been bastardized. A better word is source, because when people think of God, they're thinking of a super power which they have to bow down to. I mean, of course, source consciousness is not a joke. It's not to be messed with. But there is no hierarchy in terms of us and source. The only hierarchy that exists is with the negativity that we put between the brightness of the light and our own light. So everything is pretty much equal in the universe. It's just a matter of us getting there. This is where smart is something that we are. It's just a matter of realizing and becoming, and not becoming through evolution, but becoming aware that that which we worship, we are. We are that brightness. We are the God that we call God. We are light. It's not a complicated thing. Most of us, because of indoctrination and lies like these people, have come to negate, have come to be blind to the truth. So what I'm saying is the reason why the elite is has been promoting trannies is because they think that they are pretending to be surpassing limitation. Because the light inside each individual is neither male or female. There's no such thing as a male energy and female energy. What we perceive as a male energy and female energy is only a perception, a limited perception. The higher you go, you will understand that all lights are equal. There is no sex. Light does not have a sex. But in our incarnation, we have a lot to go through to understand the real nature of separation, all the pain that we're putting ourselves through, what society puts us through. So what the elite, the cabal, what these people are doing, the trannies that are helping the elite are doing, is to put up a false front that they are better than us because they have surpassed their sexuality, their gender, by pretending to be a man and pretending to be a woman when they were born a man, vice versa. They are mocking source consciousness. They are mocking us. They are mocking those of us who are trying to help the rest of us return to source consciousness. So there are a lot of videos out there. Now, I'm only putting up videos, I'm only showing videos of trannies I know for sure have cut off the penis or have cut off the vagina to pretend to be a man or a woman. Sandra Bullock just happens to be one of them. The agenda here is to confuse us, to accept us to encourage us to do whatever we feel like it, so that the confusion is what causes chaos, Now, if you're confused enough, you will eat meat. If you're confused enough, you will consume darker and darker energy. And that's the whole point of the gay agenda. That is the whole point of trannies. That is the whole point of the AI intelligence. That is the whole point of Malcolm X pretending to die early. That is the whole point of Dr. Martin Luther King faking his death. That is the whole point of, just look at it. Everything ties in together. It's just a matter of you understanding that all these people have worked for the elite. There are two camps out there. One camp is the elites working for darkness. The other camp is humans. The politicians are working together. The politicians are all Chinese. It is really, really bad out there. Okay? It is really, really bad out there. If you... Yeah. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. Okay, it's not playing. Let me see, maybe I can get another video. Okay, videos. First trans investigation, Susan Wakachichi. Okay, I think this was the one I was trying to watch about Sandra Bullock. Let's see if it'll work now. Okay, seems to be working now. Okay, to give credit to the person who made this video, the person who made the video is called Laws of Nature. And this person titled it Sandra Bullock, Male Transvestigation. The video stopped again. Okay, just to make sure you understand what I'm saying. There is life after death. There is a light inside the physical body. The light is so light that if one is not careful, one thinks one is a male, female. Being a male is only an experience. Being a female is an experience. It's an experience, but there is no reason to cut off your genitals. That's what you're born with. That's how the experience was set up. So what has been happening beyond death, we are being programmed, even when we die, after we die, to confuse us that, that we have a gender confusion problem. To make sure that we don't return to the final dimension. I have many videos I've shown the audience how to see their own light. I will do that now again. If you were to tap the side of your eye, you close your eye, you tap one side, nice and firm. On the other side, inside your head, you should see a circular light. This light comes in all sorts of color. Okay? The evidence that there is light inside the body is obvious. But when you are confused, when your frequency is low, it can be very difficult to detect. Or if no one points it out to you, you will be confused. There's no such thing as atheist. There are no such things as atheists. There's no such thing as Christianity. There's no such thing as Catholicism. These are all creations. They're not absolutes. The only thing that's absolute is unconditional love. Tell them the truth. Tell the truth, even if people disagree with it. That's the only thing that's real. The only thing that's real beyond this frequency is that we are eternal. And it has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with science, because science is also another form of religion. Until you understand that there's a light inside, and that light is eternal, and that even the physical body itself is a condensation, a hardening of the light itself. Being stuck in a frequency means that we're not able to perceive as deeply as we should. This video is not working, so let's see if we can show. There are other trannies out there that we should look at. One of my favorite trannies, Michelle or Michael Obama, as Barack Obama calls her. Okay, take a look at her shoulders. Those are huge shoulders. Okay. Now the dress here, or her pants, are designed to make her look like she has curves. She has no curves. He. Okay, these are the people who are deceiving us, who are purposely keeping us in hell. So whatever emotional ties you have with them, try to keep an open mind. They are serious niggers. They are serious demonic entities pretending to be our masters. Look at that. What is that? What is that? It looks like a penis. Really? Ay, ay, ay. This video was created by the Laws of Nature. The person called it Michelle Obama, Male Trans Investigation. I already suspected Michelle was a man even before I awakened to there we go again. He is just touching his, usually what happens to these stars is that they have their penis cut off. So, but in this case, it doesn't look like her penis is cut off. It doesn't look like it. Here's another, oh man, can you touch yourself anymore? Even the way he is holding it, Michelle, lets you note that maybe that penis wasn't cut off after all. God damn. Ever wonder why the wives of our presidents are so ugly? I mean, this is the reason why, because they're not real women. They are fake women pretending to be men. The male energy is what the elite use. They think they can control that easier because it's more aggressive. I just can't. I don't know if I should be looking at this. Okay, well, you have the title. You can watch the rest yourself later. Let's see. Is she shifting? Look at her tongue. What is happening here, Michael? Michael, what's happening here? Let's just look at something else here. Okay, well, who else am I sure is definitely a man? I forgot her name. Glenn Close. Glenn Close. Training. Trans investigation. Investigation. Oh, Close. I should write Glenn Close. Okay, let's see. Yes.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, John Humanity here. I get a lot of requests for this one. Glenn Close.
Okay, so the person who made this video is called Peter Manila. He titled it Glenn Close Crudelia de Treni.
Is another big old tranny, in my opinion. When I started looking for pictures of this one, I was actually kind of shocked at how obvious this one is. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
do it real quick.
very
It's
obvious.
gonna be a clip. I guess like it's or she. I'm gonna probably just call it it. It's returning to Broadway in the Sunset Boulevard. And this kind of goes to the idea that even Broadway, most elite sections of all careers are filled with trannies. So let's just watch a little bit. We're not gonna listen. I mean, I could point out a million things and reasons why this looks like a man and is a man.
I know, I'm laughing too. And you look at this face and you say this is a woman. I've always known that she was like way too ugly. As a woman, she is ugly. As a man, it's a very good looking man. Just look at the structure of the bone, of the jaw. Look at the eyes. Look at the headline. I just can't. These people are mocking us, thinking that they're smarter than us. Oh boy.
I mean, there you go. Like, do you see that? If you just watch it talk, look at its mouth. I mean, that's just a man's mouth. I mean, it has the brow ridge, the setback eyes. It really does have, like, all male characteristics. Its nose bridge comes in and pops back out, and I mean, look at that. That just looks like a man singing. Look at how the forehead slopes back, too. It's not a straight female forehead. It's a... Look at that mouth, man. Look at it. I mean, look at that. That looks like a man. That's 100% a man. Oh my gosh, when I watch these live ones, I get so... That's another one right there. In some sort of movie, I don't freaking know. But okay, I'm just gonna say this right now, that there's no way that any woman, no matter what makeup you put on them, no matter what you do, is going to look like this after they're put and made into a man. I'm sorry to tell you, trust me, 100%. I have enough experience with theater to tell you that, and with opera, I've seen, let's see, 2 different operas with people in trouser roles. Look at that, that's a man singing. Look at the picture of this, where it's just completely strange. It's not natural. The hairline should sit a whole inch or to 2 inch. There's been a lot of hormones and a lot of prepubescent and transgendering here. I mean, look 3 times, look at the arms. I mean, it's actually kind of Frankenstein-y because the forearms actually look very feminine to me, so do the wrist joints right here. But all above that is masculine too. And this is like supposed to be someone in their 60s. Like, it didn't even make sense to me, like, at all. Oh, sorry to tell you, no, look at the brow ridge, absolutely ridiculous. Okay, look at the sloping back forehead. It's not a straight up and down forehead. It comes actually, like, you can actually tell where there's like a brow ridge. And if you look onto the right, you'll see Robin Williams with the small face of a woman and actually a straight up and down forehead, small little female ears too. So
There was years ago this one Robert Williams supposedly committed suicide. Bullshit. They just took him off the scene. He's living somewhere enjoying the rest of his life for having lied to us all these years about who he really is. Alright, I think we had enough of this. Let's see if we can find something else that talks about trannies. This one says how celebrity transgender deceive us. Let's see if you find someone in there that I know for sure is a tranny.
1, 2, 3, 4. You happy? I'm happy too.
Alright, okay, so I'm not finding anything. I'm gonna go back a little bit. I'm gonna type in, let's see, Mag Bitter Truth. He seems to have quite a few videos on this. Now, who in particular is so obvious? Okay, so let's do The Truth Is Out. Who's making all these fake? Okay. Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson.
Another video. As you know, I bring that bitter truth.
Alright.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so
It's bitter, no doubt about it. It's not just a percent.
pause. Okay, so this is Janet Jackson. The person whose station this is, whose YouTube station is called Mag Bitter Truth. That's MAG, and then bitter, then truth. There are people out there who are putting out a lot of truth, and unless I am absolutely sure, I'm not really promoting anybody. I'm just saying what's in the video is true. I don't go after people who make mistakes, even though I do point out that they have erred in a certain aspect. But the people who I attack harshly are those who are purposely lying to us. But in this particular video is very, very straightforward. I don't know how anyone will think that Janet Jackson is really a woman. I mean, she has all the features of a man. Let's take a look.
Truth is bitter. You know what you gotta do if it's too bitter for you. You gotta spit it out. Because the truth ain't for everybody. Today we gonna take a look at Janet Jackson. Supposed to be selling millions and millions of records.
Okay,
And you can see this.
I'm going to cut forward a little bit so you can see. Okay, take a look at what's on the screen here. If you pay attention, this is a picture that when I woke up and was doing a trans investigation. This is a picture that I was just like, whoa, how can anyone think that this is a body of a woman? So what I did was I sent this particular picture to my mother. I didn't show her the head, and I asked her whether or not she thinks she thought that it was a man or a woman. She right away said that it was definitely a man. But when you show her the whole picture, she was in denial. But anyone who thinks that this is a woman just has issues. This is a man, a man. So that's why, that's how they're controlling us. It's called programming, mind programming. Mind programming is not complicated. It's just a matter of just keep lying to the masses, give them crap, false history in school, program them through violent television, keep lying to them so that they can have an emotional reaction to things instead of saying, well, even though I grew up with this star has been hurting me. Logic 101 would tell me that I cannot defend this tranny. I cannot defend this liar. So let's look.
Square sides below.
Let's take a look, that is.
For the drawers, and above the drawers you see a dip right there. This right here is a fake body, okay? As you can see the wide shoulders and the Janet Jackson. It's not a female. Okay, look in the face. Is that a female? This is a drag all day. This is a drag queen dragging it all the way across the floor. It's Janet Jackson right here is a drag queen. As you can see right here in the man pants, flashing you a little bit because you're not going to pay attention to nothing else. That's what they do. They're so-called acting like they're flashing you. That's it. You ain't going to see nothing else. But this is a man standing there looking at you. It is a man. This one right here is a man, Janet Jackson. Okay? This one a female star. Okay? This one right here is a man. And you go right here with these eye cheekbone that they so-called put in back in the days. Okay? I remember they had that surgery. Okay? There you go. Jackson. I wonder what the hell is this Jackson right here.
Alright, the video seems to have stopped working here. But that's another one that I'm pretty sure is a man. Some of these are very disappointing, but pretty much all of them are. But trans investigation. This is just like, the reason why it's important to know this is because they have psychologically damaged our psyche. And the truth, knowing the truth, being aware of the truth in itself helps to undo the damage. The mere knowledge of this helps us to undo the damage. Can you imagine how many people they have turned gay? Not those who want to be gay, those who thought they were straight. Can you imagine how many young men idolized these so-called superstar females who are secretly men? Can you imagine how many women who have lost their self-esteem because of, they don't have the right bodies and they're emulating something that's not even real? This is a serious issue, and people want to hide behind, you can't say that. You can't. It's not politically correct. The truth is not politically correct. The truth goes beyond what people think. The truth, if it is the absolute truth, the minute you say it, you the speaker and the person listening. Okay, that is why these demonic entities, these niggers, are afraid of the light. Okay, they will not return to source willingly. Okay, they will not return to source consciousness willingly. They will fight. They will pretend. They will lie. They will keep lying until they're dragged to their feet, until they're challenged, until you tell the truth and you start bullshitting. Because what the battle is far more, okay, than, I am this, I'm that. It is the very essence of who you are. It is the very essence of your freedom. It is the very essence of returning to source consciousness. This is a serious matter, a serious game that we have engaged ourselves in. A game not by something just that is merely to be toyed with. When you are on a football team playing a game, it's a game, but it's real in the sense that the outcomes matter. That's the kind of game we're talking about. That's what Source calls us game. because there are actors on the stage. The world is a stage, and politicians are merely players on that stage. Trannies, Hollywood stars are merely actors on the stage. Okay, superintendents of schools. I saw one this week, one who came to give us, not the superintendent per se, but who came to train us on Thursday and Friday, throwing out the devil sign, the devil horn, the 666. I was sitting there thinking, oh my God, this whole game, our lives are controlled to levels. I'm like, is this guy serious? Why is he flashing the 666? And he did it many, many times. So I know that the information he had to present is not all genuine. Talking about school improvement. Take this whole tranny issue very seriously. I don't care if some of these people who come out to talk about, as long as if they make mistakes, fine. But the minute I catch anyone on this YouTube purposely deceiving anyone, I expose that person. In the meantime, I will use whoever puts up a video who tells the truth. If there's no need to make a whole new video, just tell the truth. The minute you speak the truth, the listener always knows whether or not the mind is confused in the story. A part of their soul knows you're telling the truth, because the truth can be felt, can be sensed. Only a part of us is unaware of this. And that is that. The Tran investigation video.